take off your armor, let down your hair. You could sit on your hands, you can get closer if you dare. And it's not that the rest of us don't have to fight for every bit of love and every bit of light. But tonight is Friday night.
Oh, how's that? How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? Hey. 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 Streaming again. We're doing it. We're streaming, guys. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty happy about this. We're gonna continue on with what I was working on yesterday. And I guess just pick up where we left off. Is that cool with you? It's gonna be cool with me, that's for sure. I'll turn the music down a little bit more. How about that? I think that's good. I think that's fine. Let's go with this. Another thing I want to see here. Might do a little bit of tinkering around. I don't know if there's is there a delay? Hello. It looks like on my end, on OBS, it looks like there's a little bit of a delay in, well, I noticed this through VODs when I was checking out, see how the sound was, that I think I'm a little bit out of sync with the audio and my webcam. I'll take a look again. All this stuff, I think it's going to get ironed out eventually. For me, the main thing is just showing up, right? Show up, do the thing, work on keeping things functional as best as I can, and then we'll upgrade and fix and tweak and adjust as we go. Because all the other bells and whistles that come with streaming, they're great. They're really fun. Point systems, cool. Bit badges and all those incentives for I guess the monetary side of streaming. Those are all fantastic to have. For me, it's really just about myself. It's really about just showing up, putting the work in, and creating a schedule. I think that's the thing that has helped me have a successful, not career, a successful time studying. You know, if you're not setting things up, you're not planning things out on that front, it might be a little bit more difficult. And then you get complacent because you're just like, I don't know what I need to do. You know what I mean? So I got a nice calendar here. I've had this for a while. I got there's 2 months on this side. You can kind of see 1, 2. You can see then it splits down the middle. And then on this side, which I'll probably be using this side, it's just the entire month. One blank month calendar, right? Pretty sweet. So I'll probably set that up once everything is not in complete total chaos. In terms of like unpacking. You know how it is when you move into a new house and it's just chaos. It's just, first of all, finding anything. I'm trying to turn this up a little bit more here. Finding anything is very challenging. Figuring out where you want to put things. It's funny because I have no design sense on home attire. I might. If I do have a design sense, it's one that is simplistic and no frills. Again, kind of going what I was just saying about all the bells and whistles that Twitch and, well, I guess it's just Twitch now. It kind of has the real. Picardo has some features. I haven't really dived too much into it, but yeah, no, there's a lot of features. I guess Facebook, another streaming service, right? Anyways, my point is the stream's here. All the other things, notifications, new art for the stream, because I think I don't necessarily look quite the same as the, I think the profile icon, or whatever it's called, when I had the long hair. Yeah, so that's all the stuff that will come in time. Right now, it's finding your feet, and I guess that's kind of what I'm what I'm focusing on right now. Is just finding my grounding again. You know, does that make sense? Can you say that? I don't know. But I'm here, and that's kind of what I want to be doing. Is be streaming. Everything else happen in time. Anyways, okay, cool. So, what did I do? There's just a lot of things pulling me in different directions right now in terms of home stuff, selling my mini home and getting this place kind of fully functional rather. That's kind of it. That's kind of it. You guys let me know if the levels are messed up or not. If you guys can hear me all right. I think on that front, I think we're doing okay. I think sound is okay. Maybe a little bit too loud. It's probably not. Anyways, whatever. All right, let's just jump right into this. This is a photo study of an amazing photographer. His work. His name is, it's at the bottom there. David Dubnitsky. I say it in my head, and I'm nailing it, but then when I read it out loud, my tongue is just not controlled by me. David Dubnitsky. Dubnitsky. Maybe that's how it's pronounced. Either way, check out his work. His photography is fantastic. Sound is good to me? Okay, thanks, hon. Appreciate it. That's great. All right, so this is the only thing that I did off stream. Is I added this selective color layer. Selective color layers are amazing. They're fantastic because you can paint an entire painting with different colors, throw on a selective layer, and have those colors drastically change. For instance, if I usually go right to neutral, but you can target colors here, the whole rainbow. And then, so let's say if we wanted to adjust the reds, take out the yellow, add more purple. See what I mean? Like we can change lots of stuff. And then even then, on top of that, we can use masks to pinpoint the changes or make them even more subtle. And that's what we're gonna do. That might not make any sense if you've never used any of this selective color stuff, but I'm gonna say the same thing that you probably heard your entire life from anything that is new. Is that it's really not that hard once you get the hang of it, right? You've heard that sentence. It's the same scenario here. It acts as a layer, right? So that's what that is right over here. In fact, I'll just we'll go all the way back here. There. So to add it, click on that. At the bottom here, am I covering? I think I'm covering it. Yeah, I'm covering it. So let me just move my dumb head for a second. The center circle here, right? This gives you a lot of options, a lot of features that are fantastic. You can hotkey all these. I'm lazy and old, so I don't. So I clicked on, it's the very bottom one, select the color, and it just adds the layer on top. And I went ahead and added to the clipping mask here that she's on, right? So anything that's attached to this layer, like we have these mini layers, will only appear on the layer that's clipped onto. I still haven't found a good way to describe clipping masks. It's a very I guess like stencil is kind of like the best way to describe it in one word, right? Where's my camera back? There it is. What else? Okay, cool. So then think you just double click on it. And I think I want a little bit more of that pink color. Or maybe not. What did I have? I think I had like super subtle tweaks here. Maybe we can go with something like this for now. It's pretty saturated, but I think with the darker values that we put on top of it, it might work. I don't know if that's a good rule of thumb. If starting with saturation and then value. Usually it's pretty much the opposite for me. Usually it's value and then saturation, right? If we work from grayscale to color, typically that's what I'll do. I still do work in grayscale, but I guess when you already have your reference and your colors and stuff like that, if I'm using reference and I already have everything established, I know, you know, I don't have to do a whole lot of conceptual stuff, right? Figuring things out. Then yeah, I can just jump right into color, especially if everything's already designed. You have a character design reference for you. Anyways, and we could always go back and tweak this. Like I can lower the opacity of it so it's not as intense. All right, so let's continue. Let's make another layer on top. And I think we will work in... We'll work on her face for now. Or head, I should say. And so, like, I can see there's the blue of the sky kind of coming in and hitting some of this of her blouse, right? So all that stuff, I'm trying to break it down, right? I'm trying to just break it down into, I guess, kind of one light source for now, and not necessarily that. I wouldn't say that. No, that's incorrect. I guess I'm just trying to avoid ambient light for now. I really think that that falls better into a different phase, or at least I get better results. I don't know. It's kind of scenario based, right? The second that you start listing off absolutes in art, it's just like you're asking for. Well, you're just asking to be able to eat your own words later. All right, so or not, or whatever. I don't know. And that's just it. There's just more than one way to skin a cat, right? I got a phone call. 1 second. Sorry about that. That was my dog's vet calling for a shipment of dog food. So that's great. I gotta go pick that up later. What was I saying? I don't know. Whatever. Let's just keep going. Let's jump into it, man. Alright, so I think we can go a little bit darker. But I think I want a little bit more saturation here. Let's try that. These values. Switching to my smudge tool. My smudge tool is set to R. That might be like the weirdest setting for some of you guys. I think I'm pretty much used to WASD for them video games. So I pretty much keep my hand around that area on my keyboard. Having Q and R, Q being the color picker, pops right up the foreground color, and then R for my smudge. You know, it's right next to eraser. brush, everything's there. The only thing I don't like about my setup is that me being right-handed and using the left side of the keyboard, I kind of end up sliding half of the keyboard under the Cintiq, causing me to only be able to work from one kind of angle of the Cintiq until I decide to buy I guess an arm for it, right? I don't think that's going to happen though. I think I'm just going to go ahead and complain, do nothing, and just bitch and moan. That's probably what I'll do, right? Let's go with that one. All right, keep going. Bring this down, maybe a little bit more here. And there's still some sharp, remember when we went through yesterday and did that lasso? So going through would be a good idea to kind of smooth some of those angles out. And we can probably go in the background here and erase this as well. Okay. All right, so let's get into that hair. So right now, like right there, I just hit D on my keyboard. And if you look over here, on the right side, right here. What's up, Mute? How you doing, man? If you hit D, turns your foreground color and your background color here into your default black and white. So if you're ever wanting to add a little bit of darker value to something, that's usually what I do. You depending on how much paint you're putting down, you risk making it a little bit muddy, or washed out if you're using white. But it's nice to have just a little splash of darker value whenever you need it, just by simply pressing D. Here, let's try and, so I got my brush selected, right? I got the brown for her head. If I want that to be a little bit darker, I'll hit D. As you see, it's black now. Maybe put like, it really depends on how much darker I want to go, but a little brush stroke resample. So I'm holding down Alt and then I click, tap, I guess in this case, and now I got a darker value, right? So I can just kind of blend that without having to really open up this sample, kind of go down, maybe add in a little bit more saturation. That's the only thing that kind of you can't really do, is add a little bit of saturation this way, but unless you're mixing in colors. Does that make sense? I don't know. Whatever. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's get this a little bit darker right here under le chapeau. A little bit lighter. My values are completely off right now, and that's with the intention that I'm going to use I think I'll probably use a color dodge on this at some point. Right now, like, I'm not even looking for accuracy. I think I'm just getting something down to kind of to be able to mold, right? And Mute, what's with the sad face, dude? Everything all right, man? Or individual? I mean, I call everybody man. I gotta stop doing that. So, individual, internet user. I don't know. It's one of those things. You're upset that I left you? You're living in the past, my man. Cause I'm here. You know, to like if your emotions are stuck in the past and you're missing out on what's happening around you in the present, you're not only are you doing yourself a disservice twice, you're missing out on the moment. You know, like I'm back, I'm here. However, I understand the sympathies. You know, I missed you. It's basically kind of what you're saying. So I appreciate that, my man. But I'm back. We are here, and we're doing the damn thing. You know, I'm putting roots down. This is it, man. This is it. We're doing the thing. That's what I like to see. There's the hearts, man. Absolutely. What's up, Squirrel? How you doing, man? Just about done with my first coffee. I think this is probably my third. Because it's decaf, so I think there's still I think there's still coffee in decaf. I think there's still caffeine in decaf. Just a little bit, right? How does decaf even work? I don't know. Magnets or something. But it's working. I find that I'm not crashing at the end of the day like I used to because of coffee, because I would have like an entire pot of coffee, and I fucking love coffee too. I drink it black. Yeah, I know, right? That's when you know that I'm a lunatic. Absolutely crazy for coffee. Especially good coffee. The best coffee that I think I've had recently, and I don't go out of my way to try it, top tier coffees. I don't really give a shit. It's just kind of, I want it to make me feel good in the morning. You know what I mean? It's not a thing to want in your life, to be addicted to caffeine. So if you're not addicted to caffeine, like I'd say 99% of everybody, you're probably better off. But you're missing out. Oh man, being addicted to caffeine is so much fun. The sweet warmth of the head pains of withdrawal. Anyways, we don't have to get in that. But usually about like 3 cups by now is of decaf. So about now would probably be on my second of regular coffee. Just starting it at this point in time. Let me check my watch. Yeah. Absolutely. You live in Seattle? Say no more, yeah? I think Seattle will probably be like a fucking awesome place to live. Is it? Maybe not this past year because of all the shit that's happening. Literally in Seattle, right? But normally it's like a pretty kick-ass place, right? For the introverted tech savvy type is what I hear. Like people who are part of internet culture, music, art, relatively younger generations kind of growing up there. It seems like a fucking rad city, that's for sure. Aside from cops being pigs. Essentially, sorry. Sorry if there's any law enforcement watching. I'm sorry if you're not a bad apple and you're getting thrown under quite a revolution right now. Anyways, I guess I kind of paint which side I'm on without getting too political, and I'm sure I will, by the way. I'm sure I will get nice and political in here. I don't know if it's a good idea to be quiet anymore, right? Even though I'm kind of jumping in on this at the end of the... well, I guess it's not really quite over yet, right? It's January 20th. January 20th is the big date, right? It is. I went to visit the Shaz area. It was really cool to see people taking care of each other. That's the truth of it, isn't it? That's how it is. Anyways, I really want to discuss this, but I'm happy to see that you're participating, Squirrel, as well as staying safe. But yeah, Crazy times. All right, let's I guess we can call that a little procrastination break. Let's see what we can do with this face. Let's grab this darker value here. And I want to keep my brush about a medium size in this kind of area relative to the area. No, this is, yeah, it looks medium-ish. Good morning, Baseman. Good afternoon. Right? It's 10:37 in the morning here. 4 hours into the future, 5 hours, right? So it's like 15, 16 o'clock. Something like that. Hope you're doing well, Baseman. 6 hours. God damn. I'm in Atlantic time, so I'm not Eastern. I'm actually 1 hour ahead of Eastern time myself over here. It's just, I think it's pretty much the only place that has Atlantic time is Maritimes. Maybe there's like an island somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean as well. But the time zone that I'm in is called Atlantic. It's 1 hour earlier from Eastern. Yeah, so maybe 5 hours. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, good morning, dude. Good afternoon. How you doing, man? So I'm not going to worry about the rim lighting around her face just yet. So it's kind of like, I guess the gradient right here would just get darker if we weren't to have that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll try. See what we can do. I have to zoom in here at some point. And that's another thing I'm going to avoid doing that for a bit. That shape there. Oh, this is that weird song. Man, this album, the last couple of albums have been, of Midnight have been amazing, except these weird filler songs. Nice and chill. But it does this weird thing where it just changes tempo. And it just throws me out. It's something I can't not notice. So if you're listening to music and you're just like grooving out, studying, whatever, and then there's a sharp tempo change, I don't know. It just pulls me out of whatever I'm doing. Anyways. This is a great song. I'll turn it up a bit. You're doing a study of... Hold on. I'm going to destroy this this name. Chijiskin? You don't even need to open your mouth when you're saying that, right? Chijiskin? Let me look that up, actually. I don't think I've ever heard of that person. Chijiskin? Huh? I guess it's not quite the same if you just bash your keyboard with similar letters. Oh, Ivan Shish. No, I've never heard of him. Oh, Ivan! Oh, buddy Ivan here. Did we do a couple of these studies of his environments? This looks familiar. I think back in the day. Yeah, I think we did. These look great. Yeah, man. Have fun with that, dude. Have fun with that. I'm not being sarcastic. That actually does look like fun. Like painting those kinds of studies. And I imagine I'll jump on some environmental studies too. My backyard, or actually my behind my house, I should say, it looks very similar to some of this stuff. Like actually closer to this one. It's got some rolling hills. And I can even see the horizon off in the distance. Yeah. So maybe I'll just take some pictures and do some studies so I can dox myself. Maybe I'll drive a little bit further away and then I'll do the studies. Or take the photos, rather. Okay. Okay. Back to work. Okay, so the chin. We need this a little bit brighter here. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a new color here. I was going to sample some of what I have on her arm. Actually, let's do that. Go ahead and do that. No, just kidding. Didn't work. Get a little bit more yellow. Something like this. Okay. It's pretty muddy right now, gotta be honest, but it's kind of the process, right? Get through that ugly phase. It's funny how he's painting an entire forest with almost no real greens. Is that like an observation that you're seeing? Yeah. It's, what do you call that? Color composition, right? Like how colors are put next to each other can often give an illusion of another color. Maybe that's not what you're talking about, but certainly something used in paintings, right? This, come up there. Smudge going. Okay, so I think I want to add in some lighter values. There. There's not really any harsh edges on this side of her face other than just the lines of her eyes. Maybe cheekbone a little bit bigger. I think it just made it smaller. Okay. Okay. Let me switch over to the hair, I think. What's up, Thermal Knight? How you doing, man? How are you? Far too long since I've seen you. Well, man, that stops today. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you decide to jump into, what are they called? One of those things, yeah. I don't know. And seal yourself away in a thing underground. Fallout shelter. Which, to me, sounds pretty sweet. But we're here, man. We're streaming. I'm in a new house. Sold my last place. Bought this place. I'm ready to just spend all eternity paying off this house. But that's life, right? So I'm pretty set up for now. I've seen your life progression over social media. Hope all is well. I couldn't ask for anything more, man. Everything is you know, I've somehow taken advantage of COVID and came out on top somehow while the rest of the world is struggling. I don't know. Selling my mini home, the market here went sky high. Was able to basically sell it for, or we'll be able to sell it for more than I put into it. So, what an awesome idea to buy a shitty little mini home. I never imagined it would have planned out this way or played out this way, man. But yeah, no, it's now mortgage time for the rest of my life. Yeah, Death Note. That's basically it. Not, what is it, like 7 days? Maybe we'll get 7 decades, hopefully, before we're paying it off. Yeah, man, I got nothing to complain about. I'm very fortunate and thankful to be able to take advantage of a market and then get into crazy debt because of it. But it's a good kind of debt because at least I have something over my head, right? Yay, mortgage! Woo! Yeah, I know, right? It's a very adulty thing. Very adulty thing. Lots of stuff to work out. Lots of other things to do. But that's life, man. I got the rest of my life to figure out all that other shit. Something like that. What did I say I want to do? Her hair. So, I do have... No, I don't want to look at it this way, right? I want to look at it this way. Yeah, the brush mode. I do have a couple of decent hairbrushes. I say that, and then I struggle to find them, and then I begin to doubt myself almost immediately. Didn't I have some brushes here? No. Hey, Jarek, maybe you should organize your brushes. Who does that? Who even does that? Who even... Sorry about that. You guys don't organize your brushes, right? Right? What's up, tall one? How you doing? I'm so bad at adulting. You and me both, man. I don't know when... I don't know when puberty's supposed to start, but no, I'm a completely 100%. I'll self-admit I'm a man child, completely, absolutely. So, and I will. That's who I am. That's what I'm gonna be. I like I like playing with toys and electronics, video games. Now that I'm out here in the middle of nowheres. My how would I call this? What's the politically correct way of calling a rural individual? Let me just say that I'm a rural individual now, and my rural individual desires are coming out. Like I want to I want to buy like a ride-on lawnmower. And maybe mow the grass a little bit too much. Because I think that would be fun. Have you guys ever... I mean, like, I'm literally saying probably the last thing that a rural individual would want to be doing, driving a ride-on lawnmower, when, you know, you could probably get, like, a quad bike or dirt bike or something like that to mess around on. No, I want to go at a blazing fast 2 miles an hour while taking off 2 inches of grass per... I don't know, how fast is it? Millisecond? I don't know. Yeah, I'll... Yeah, man. Well, my dad sold propane. So, he was a salesman for a propane company. And he was that when Hank Hill, that show, what was it? What was it called? What was that show called? Whatever it was. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Propane accessories, all that jazz. So it was a very common topic. Hey, you're like Hank Hill. But yeah, that's true. That's kind of it. And a lot of people around where I live have wood stoves for their house. So you smell that nice campfire, cottage kind of smell that you typically have during the summer, or wherever you live. It might be year-round, but at least here it's going to be year-round. So it's just like a really cozy smell. Really, I shouldn't say smell. Scent. Fragrance. No, it's not a fragrance. But and then whenever you're not smelling that beautiful, nice campfire smell from people's chimneys, there's a dairy farm not too far from here, and you can smell the beautiful aromas of manure. But if you're like me and you've grown up, my parents used to take me to my grandparents' farm up in Quebec, and I'd spend my summers growing up there, hanging out with cousins, uncles and aunts. And that farm was a dairy farm, so it's got that nostalgia kind of shit smell that that I love. I smell that shit and I'm like, it brings me right back. So, and actually propane smells like shit too. So it's just, my life has been surrounded by beautiful shit odors. And they take me back, and it's nice, it's comforting, right? It's weird to be comforted by the smell of manure. Or maybe it's not. There's probably weirder things you could be doing with manure than just smelling it, so I'll stick with that. You can call me whatever type of weirdo you want, but I like smelling cow shit. Anyways, it's weird because it's should I keep talking? I'm gonna talk about this a little more. You know, if I've ever smelled poop before, mine or yours, by the way, you might want to add a little bit more fiber. A little bit musky without that fiber, so it's just a different fresh smelling poop when it's manure, right? When it's cow patties, when it's the old double chocolate, extra large cookie that you find on the ground, a little bit undercooked sometimes. Have you guys ever walked around a farm that has cows? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna paint. As much as I like to sit here and just talk about shit, literally, it's probably one of my favorite topics to cover. I'm a shit expert. I'm an expert at shit. Literally, so. You get questions, I'll provide you with some shit. Are you going to grow your own garden with food you can eat? That would be a millennial thing to do. I think at some point, yeah, I absolutely would like to. At the very least, get a tomato pot. Those are so easy to have. But we need to do the landscaping. It's literally just dirt. It's a brand new house, and they just bulldozed everything. The house somehow grew from the ground. I planted the house seed. What's that? Is that Dragon Ball Z where they have those? No, the capsule core. That's what it is. They just press a capsule and they throw it and then it turns into a giant whatever the fuck they want. Fucking cool. What's my brain going on about now? You know what I want to do? I just sitting here, kind of want to look. Control Shift Alt E, merge everything, and I want to grab. Oh, no, I don't know. I think I might ruin everything else. Yeah, no, let's not do that yet. Let's not do that just yet. Oh man, I'm all over the place, guys. Yeah. Manure MacGyver. Well, that would require if I was making shit. I just talk about shit. Alright, let's get back to that hair. Right now, I say. No, we want this, right? That hairbrush. Can we find it? Or did I just completely... This looks like a good one. Looks like it could be fun. Now, I'm gonna try something here. I don't know if this will work or not. Let's see what happens when we use color dodge for these highlights on top of this brown. Okay, let's get a little bit of a brighter color here. So yeah, I might make it a little bit too saturated and red. So we can change.
A computer is an educational device.
No, let's just do this.
It is in fact a direct reflection of your own imagination, your own intelligence. And once you are given the freedom in which to create things and to see the immediate response on the screen.
Select these.
Then you become
Control U. See what happens when we change the color underneath it.
To involve yourself in many other things.
Why is that not working?
It seems to be a very
Oh, that's why.
fantastic and hypnotic field. Once you start, you just
Control
can't
U.
stop it. It's something you can't explain.
Here, let's turn that layer on now.
To the question of, what is all this?
Yeah, if we do that a little bit, maybe.
Business going to do to our society?
No, I don't think it's worth it.
Is that we are human.
I don't think it's gonna work. So let me go ahead and just delete that for now, and we'll use a normal layer. I mean, that would have been awesome if we could have just added a little bit of light and some hair brush strokes
If you look at society as simply the collective
on a color dodge layer and have it work for us.
human beings
That would have been nice.
carry in themselves certain power and influence and emotion.
I think we'll just do that later.
Every time you turn the switch off of one of those persons, you've dampened the
So we'll
glow.
work our way up.
It's the fundamental question of whether this society is going to find a way to make itself as rich and as powerful.
It's fun!
And if you
It's
will,
fun!
beautiful as potentially.
Get ready for it. Get ready for it. It's fun!
Cool, like adventures, you gotta meet people, and all this. It's sort of like an adventure.
Here it is.
Big adventure.
Listen.
It's just fun.
It's just fun! Why did they put that in there? It's just fun! It's fun! I say that now, by the way, and you should too. Whenever you're like, hey man, are you having a good time? It's fun! That's what I do. Let me catch up. And I'll turn this back down.
Well, speaking of marketing, one of today's greatest marketing triumphs in the entertainment field is video games. It's a business which has tripled in size.
I grew up near the biggest harbor in Denmark, so the smell of fish and rotting fish guts makes me feel at home. That sounds awful, dude. I'm also in a maritime, coastal, ocean. We got a lot of lobster, a lot of fish. I can't stand any of it. I am not a fan of seafood, or what I like to call bugs of the ocean. Fish, I can handle. I can tolerate fish, especially if it's paired up with something that masks the living fuck out of the fish flavor. So basically like white fish, like river fish, right? Anything that's like directly from the ocean is usually in my book. But sushi, I love sushi. Fucking can't get enough of that shit. The only bad thing about sushi is it's so filling. It's so filling only after you've eaten it, right? You can eat roll after roll after roll and sushi and of what, maki rolls or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I don't know how anybody let me eat this much. But that's what sushi does, right? It's all the rice, typically, right? Anyways. Yeah, man. I would gladly take the smell of manure, hot, steaming, fresh out of the anus of a vache. Is that cow in French? Anus. Why did I say it like that? Over the stinky, nasty, unbathed genital smell of the ocean. How is that even delicious? Like, I like tuna. Tuna's great. Tuna fish is fantastic. I like tuna salad sandwiches. I like tuna salad. My mom used to make a really nice tuna casserole, which is, it's like noodles and tuna and, I don't know, like fucking mayonnaise or something. I don't know. And then you put breadcrumbs on top of it, put it in the oven. It's a weird casserole, but it was fucking fantastic. Yeah, sushi almost doesn't count because it's just, I don't know. But it totally does. It does. It absolutely does. But I know what you're saying. Okay. We'll call that as another break. All right. So this hair is definitely a lot lighter. I'm trying to paint it as if the sunlight isn't really affecting it, I guess, right now, and then later we'll go on with either a normal layer or a overlay layer, or even try out a color dodge layer to kind of get that lighting effect from the sun, or the sky, I should say, because I can't. It looks like it's an overcast kind of day, and that changes the lighting drastically. Compared to direct sunlight, at least. Maybe. Actually, okay. Maybe we should add that now. Fix that eyebrow. I'm trying. I am getting lost in the details, and I'm trying not to do this. I think I'll cut myself some slack for study back. So after this, it's. Fuck. I don't know. Chanel, yeah, number 5 fragrance, and it smells like nasty fart. It smells like the nastiest of farts is what. If you smell shit, like I'm talking egg fart. That's what I should say. It's the egg fart. You know what I'm talking about. Don't you fucking pretend you don't. If you smell that and it's not coming from your anus, most likely there's propane around. You should probably leave. You should probably not even consider lighting anything, turning anything on. That's the whole intention of it, right? Of it smelling just like the worst egg fart ever. It's the sign of danger or a gas leak. Propane gas. Alright, let's see here. So that A little bit more yellow, I think. Maybe something like this. Yeah, let's make this brush big, yeah. Okay. Let's go right here first. My mom used to give me smoked mackerel. See, that sounds really nice. Like, but in my head, when I hear smoked, I think of like beef jerky in the same kind of texture. I've had smoked salmon, like maple smoked salmon is good, but I think I had it with like, it was like on like a fancy cracker and like cream cheese of some sort, and then you put the maple fish, smoked fish, and that was great. I don't know how mackerel tastes. I just cut up fish and I just eat that with my fingers. In hindsight, that's fucking weird. Again, it really depends on if it was is mackerel ocean fish or is that river fish? I have no idea. I don't know. But if it's ocean fish, again, it most likely would taste that like the sea. Morvu, hi! How you doing? Welcome on in. It is me. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're back. We're streaming. We're on Twitch, and we'll also be streaming on Carto. I think maybe tomorrow I'll do a test stream. Tomorrow is a holiday here in Canada. I literally picked. I actually didn't even pick to start streaming. I just started streaming yesterday. It just kind of happened, and I'm totally okay with that. But tomorrow is a holiday. I think I'll just do a stream on Picarto to see if I can work out some of the kinks. I'm not ending the stream by any means. We got a couple hours here, so we're just kind of starting. But that's kind of just the heads up. It'll be a short stream over there. We'll try and get Picarto up and running. Try and get Picarto up and running, so that we can have our. I'm just so exhausted talking about why. I don't know. Twitch is so fucked. Twitch is so fucked. Because I want to do nude studies. I want to study anatomy, and I want to share that experience. So we'll do it over there, and we're allowed to do that because Twitch doesn't allow or let or provide a venue for plus 18 studies. And I remember when they said they were going to, and that was fucking back in the 60s, I think, when Twitch was a lot smaller. Trump lost, so I'm moving to your country. I think you got that backwards. I think you got that backwards, man. Things are fine. Wait, unless you're saying, okay, you got a Kappa. Never mind. Okay, I got ya. I got what you're saying. It's like finally things are going good. They're not going great down there, obviously. But at least there's no longer a clown in the office. Well, there still is technically until the 20th, right? Of January. And if you think otherwise, I don't know how to. We just can't communicate. We just can't. We can't talk, I guess. You know, if there's people who support, I cannot for a second justify being a Trump supporter. I can't. Not when he's tearing apart families, putting them in cage. Even though yes, Obama did that first, but not at the level. Anyways, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not even talking. I don't know. If you have to justify yourself why Trump's good, in any way, fuck off. Seriously, like that's what I have to say. And this goes to anybody who's watching. Come back in maybe 5 years, and then we'll go over what you learned. How's that sound? Well, this guy's just an arrogant Canadian asshole. I thought Canadians were supposed to be nice. Don't you have legal weed up there? How come you're not chill, dude? And what? There's like 5 new states that legalized it. On Monday, wasn't it? Of this week, over there, down some of those states. Jersey being one of them, which is fantastic. Anyways, I guess you guys kind of know where I stand on certain things. And here's the great part about the internet and disagreeing with somebody is that you can always just like close the page or leave. You know what I mean? Morvu, you changed your name. I know that you named somebody else. You were named something else, weren't you, Morvu? And if you didn't, then I guess there's your answer. And I do apologize. I'm just a potato when it comes to remembering literally anybody's name. I'm not good at it. I can't remember names. But I remember watching your stream when you didn't have facial hair. You can actually see my facial hair? That's fantastic. That's good news for me. Because most people can't see it. I guess I'm not really doing it any service with the lighting that I have. Morvu, I hope nobody takes it personal. I go upstairs and I see Caroline, I'm like, who are you? No, I literally have the worst of time remembering names. I'm so sorry. Just know that you are always welcome. And I thank you for coming on back. And we'll be hanging out here, man. This is where you can find me. This is where you can find me. Either here or Picarto, which is it's John Derek Murphy. Picarto.tv/John Derek Murphy. I don't know how that site works yet. We'll figure that out. But again, Picarto for the NSFW stuff that we'll be doing. And I got a lot of shit that I would like to be painting over there. I'm extremely happy, extremely excited for some of that stuff. We might do an NSFW fan art thing, which I think could be fun. Like fan art, like I'll do fan art of things that I'm a fan of. I want to be painting more stuff that I fucking love. I think that's a huge reason for my last burnout and crash and burn into depression, into oblivion, is I wasn't doing the things that I wanted to be doing. I was doing the things that I thought I should be doing to get to the jobs that I at the time wanted to do, right? So, and I think it's guys like Dave Raposa that literally just say, man, fucking do the thing that you want to be enjoying. You'll be happy you did later on in life. But anyways, reading that stuff, it's just like that's right, man. Why would I want to be doing anything else? So that's partly true and not. It's hard. Life is weird, right? As much as I love arguing, there is nothing I disagree with so far. I'm enjoying the art so far. Royal Avocado, you're always welcome. Any type of avocado is welcome here. Whether you're of royalty descent or of if you're a peasant, overripe avocado, bruised a bit, you're welcome as well. All walks of avocado life. And avocados, I need to get some more of those into my life as well. I know that they're like oh, you're having some avocado and toast? Oh, well, why don't you just start up a nice little electronic indie studio company, web designing, like something like that, like from the Silicon Valley type of corner of the earth, corner of the world. Are they all about avocado? I don't know, whatever. All I know is that they're really good for you. Get some of those good fats, right? Get your hair shining nice and your skin looking good. I remember you had really long hair. Yeah, I don't know if I'll grow any of it back. Can't really see what my hair is doing right now. It's kind of just... I guess I kind of got what everybody else has going on. The quarantine... Je ne sais quoi. You know, the... Yeah, I'll go with the I don't give a fuck look. The 2020 on the top, please. Sexy shampoo commercial person to a burly lumberjack. I guess it's a plaid, right? It's a plaid. You'll see me wearing all kinds of different shit. And looking... I think that's something that I do quite often, is change my appearance. After, like, every 5 years or so. Something like that. Do you guys do that too? Do you guys... I don't know. It's just... Like, I don't know if it's just you need to mix it up just for the sake of mixing it up. You know? Spice of life. Yeah, I'm a what would I be? I'm a lumberjack with a smart mouth. That's probably what my father would call me. He would always say whenever I was being a little shit, because I was definitely a little shit growing up. He would say, "Keep it up," and he would say it in a way that would make you just, your spine would just shiver, right? It would just, you're like, oh my god, I don't know what he's gonna do. And he never once laid a finger on me, by the way. But he just had that dad assertiveness, right? So he'd say, "Keep it up," and then I would just shut the fuck up. That'd be it. I'd be done. Until one day, I think I was at. Do you guys care about the story? I'm gonna share it anyways. Fuck you. And the best, with respect, by the way, with respect. Because you can do that. You can tell somebody off with respect. Fuck you with respect. Oh, okay. Yes. Absolutely. You proceed to fuck me. With respect. What was I saying? I had a, I think it's just like a post-it note. And I was at my parents' trailer, or the cottage, I guess, during a summer. And then I put an arrow. I drew an arrow. And then underneath this, I put it. Huh? And this is the kind of shit that I was. And then I left these all over the trailer. Little post-it notes of arrows pointing up with the word "it" under it. I think that pretty much paints the picture of what kind of shit person I was when I was a kid. Very, I don't know if that's passive-aggressive or not, but... My style is very, like, if it fits, I'll wear it. Yeah, that's kind of it. However, I think the older they get, the more I'm wanting to wear stuff that has quality so that it does last, right? And I guess because of that, I'm putting more attention into my clothing. I'd say maybe like 10% more. Probably not even worth mentioning of how much I care about what I look, because I really don't. Anyways, it's Caroline who has to put up with it. She's the one. And honestly, I don't know what's... I've lucked out with Caroline, because I could cover myself in that milk farm cow manure, and she'd be like, "Oh my god, he's so good looking." Anyways, I don't know what she takes in the morning to help her. Yeah, see? Look, she just said yep. I could literally be drenched in cow manure, and she's like, "Hop into the bed, big boy." And like, maybe not. Maybe I'll have to rinse off a little bit, but I'm a very lucky guy, because I don't know what she sees in me. So I'm pretty fortunate. Nicely telling somebody to fuck off. That's how we do it, man. I'm sorry, but very kindly and very respectfully, can you please fuck off? I'm sorry. Fuck you, so I'm sorry. Fuck me? Yes, fuck me. And you? Fuck you more. No, I'm sorry. Should we change contact information? Yes, we'll continue this later. Thank you. That's basically how Canadians argue. We'll discuss this over a cup of Tim's. Double. Yes? Get some Timbits. yeah. Anything can be resolved over like a box of Timbits and a shitty double-double. Double-double, for those who aren't, who haven't ever been to a Tim Hortons here in Canada and maybe just other places around the world. Probably not too many. Double-double means 2 sugars, 2 creams, and 2 whatever it is that they call Tim Hortons coffee. It's putrid. Maybe it's because it's usually got a lot of cream and sugar in it, and I drink my coffee black. I understand that I'm probably the weirdo in this case. Which I'm totally okay with. You dirty boy. Yeah, absolutely, Morvu. Absolutely. Man, I will simp I'll proudly simp for my girlfriend. Am I using simp right in this sentence? Right? I know, right? Alarios, I like to taste coffee. I do understand that the learning curve the learning curve of coffee is quite steep, especially if you're jumping into drinking it black, right? But eventually, once you're through it, they patch in some nice flavor updates, and your profile of your mouth adjusts to that patch. I'm trying to make this into some type of weird. The coffee's an MMO that needs to be updated. I don't know. It really doesn't, because it's quite fucking delicious. Maybe not delicious, but how would you use the word delicious for coffee? It's something else. It's more of a, I would call drinking a nice fresh cup of coffee more so to like snuggling up in like a oh fuck, what are they called? The blankets with the sleeves. Snuggies? Is that literally what they're called? They're just snuggling up in a snuggie. A nice toasty warm blanket next to the fire. That's kind of what comes to mind when I think of coffee. Yeah, snuggies, exactly. Savory is more of like a meat, isn't it? Like savory is like salt. Savory, so for coffee would be, I don't know, just bold flavor, I guess. Bold flavor. Unami. I don't know if unami is coffee either, because unami is a balance of flavors, right? Isn't that what unami means? Either that, or it means you can throw a noodle onto the wall and it'll stick. No, that's al dente. I think that's al dente. Shite? That's it. That's it. This coffee tastes like shite. Yes, I'll take another hot steaming cup of shite. Baseman's got it, as always. Yeah, so a lot of people do, they live off of Tim Hortons double doubles. Some people even get a triple. I don't know how their blood moves around their veins, but it's got to do it in a very sluggish manner with all that sugar and cream. Holy moly. I tell ya, that would just like... You guys know the candy called Hershey Squirts? Maybe they're not quite called that, but that would be the result of my ingestion of that. Okay, anyways, we've had our fun. Let's move on. I think that covers our shit talk, literal shit talk quota for the day. You can check that off the list. Here's what I want to do. I think I'm going to put this in a folder, because what I would like to do is at some point put all these PSDs up somewheres. Maybe another Patreon or something like that, and for like $2 a month you can get all of the PSDs that you've seen here on the stream. So you can go through and take a look. I don't know if that's a good idea. Is that something that people would be interested in, to get access to these study files? I don't know. Maybe I'd have to pay you $2 a month to look through my PSDs. Is there a reverse Patreon where I can just subscribe to viewers? pay them to look at my shit. Yes, Derek, it's called advertising. It's kind of true. Acquired taste of bitterness to make you less bitter about life. That's the irony of it, right? You balance your coffee with more coffee. I think we can all learn a thing or two from Ilarios? Ilarios? I agree with that strategy, man. More coffee is always the better addition to coffee. Right? What does coffee pair well with? Oh, more coffee. I'll have a side of coffee with my coffee, please. So I want to, what did I do? Duplicate this because I want a flattened version. Make a new layer. Hold down Shift, Control E, and then we can turn that one off, right? Yeah. Sorry, I got hiccups. I got it. Okay, great. Yeah. Milky sugary sludge is how I like my coffee. Yum. And there is, like, that's literally, like, that's what people people want that. And I'm not judging you. I'm judging you a little bit. But not, you know, it's a point where it's probably like, it's the default amount of judgment, right? I think we all have a default amount, like, oh, okay. And then you'll probably just forget about it, right? That's basically what I'm saying. I've already forgotten about it, honestly. I don't even know what we're talking about. What am I doing here? Alright, so that's my sentence. Let's get into here. You know what we should do? Okay, it's not bad. I just want to move everything over now, though. Wait. Unlock these. Just get that in the center. I don't know why that was all the way over to one side. And loading. Okay. Okay, I almost want to do... Here, let's duplicate this. Why is my mouse up there? Alright. Yeah, this is a study, dude. That dude. This is a photo study. Here, we'll go through the process here. So we just started with a rough sketch. Mainly, like, using straight lines at this point is probably the best idea. It's kind of what you call enveloping, I think. You're drawing and then starting to add a little bit of curves to it. So just basically using straight lines. You want to block in everything, and while you're doing that, you're comparing negative and positive spaces, right? So that your shapes kind of can somewhat look like the negative spaces that you're seeing, and if you don't, you can make the corrections later, right? From there, I think it's a matter of just doing a little bit of painting here and there in the background. I think that we'll probably make it a little bit darker in this beam there, a little bit more gray there, and then let's see. Then we added some flat colors, right? So just made a lasso silhouette. Added her blouse. Added a little bit of color, some lighting, so a little bit of rendering, painting, the hair. Is there even anything on that? Let's delete that. Probably was a little bit more rendering or painting. Color adjustment. And that's kind of where we're at right now. that is where we're at right now. Here's something that I kind of want to do though. Grab this. Arrow keys. Like right now, I'm blurring my eyes. I'm trying to fit this in. I'm almost going cross-eyed too. It's kind of weird. What if we did this? Make this a little bigger. No. I think I will do that, and I want to get rid of the line drawing behind. So let's just erase this. Just kidding. There we go. Nope. Do we have a lasso? There we go. We did. Spamming Control D for deselect. Good habit to get into. I think that's usually like the #1 thing that hooks me up in Photoshop, is having a selection that I forgot about. Classic. And then what was it going to do? Let's get a round eraser with a nice clean edge. Help that face a little bit more. Okay. Great. Let's go ahead and make a clipping mask. Or clipping layer. I don't know, mask layer. So this needs to be darker, desaturated. Get kind of bluer. We'll change the color a little bit later. What's the focus on this one? I think just starting, just getting back in the swing of things, just doing anything. I've been kind of taking a little bit of a break from streaming and painting. Just finished moving into my new place, so I'm kind of not really giving myself too much to focus on right now. But in the future, next week maybe we'll get something a little bit more thought out. Anatomy studies. We'll be doing some master painting studies, typical stuff like that, as well as working on some concept art, fan art. I have a bunch of ideas that I want to be at least trying or tackling at some point here on the stream, and that's kind of it. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And that's enough. That is enough. So I want to darken pretty much all of that. Let me try using a, let's go with a multiply layer. So multiply layers basically make any value that's on a layer underneath the multiply layer darker by that very value that you're using to paint. Confusing as fuck. So let's just show you what it does. So the value that I have right now, it's kind of like a mid value, mid-tone. If we make the brush a little bit larger and we just paint over top, it's making everything else that I guess I'm painting on a darker by the value that I'm painting with. Does that make any sense? I really don't know. Sometimes words get in the way of themselves. Especially English. English is fucked. Do you master paint a lot? I do study master paintings. Yes, absolutely. Do I have any on this computer? We did a few over on when I was streaming for Adobe on Behance. Let me see. I think I might have some studies here. Maybe not. 2020. I guess did I not save any of those? That sucks. Thought I did. You'd think somebody would be able to find files quicker. No, it's a master study pack. Anyways, I guess I can't find them right now. Which kind of bothers me. Let me see, guys. If I was a study image on my computer, where would I be? Did a 2-month break due to procrastinating. That's kind of what I did, dude. It's procrastinating and not really finding any motivation. You know, sometimes you just have to curl up into a ball and under a cold shower and cry for 2 months straight. That's where I was. No, that's super sad. That's that's not what I was doing. It was warm water, so. What am I doing again? I'm pretty sure someone messed up all of my... It's definitely not my fault, that's for sure. That's for sure. Here's like a really, really old Zorn study, but that's garbage. Anyways. Yes, you'll see some new stuff. You'll see some new studies over here. I think so. John Ard. I think that it's a good way to kind of slowly get back into the swing of things, right? So let's smudge some of this stuff a little bit. Wait for the smudging to catch up. Any tips to get back in? Sorry, that dude, I didn't finish that sentence. Yeah, man, I'd say pretty much what John said here. Do some studies. You can focus on one specific area if you want. Portraits, anatomy, gestures is another. I'd say maybe start with like some gesture warm-ups, and then jump into a study. You can go to quick poses. If you haven't heard of quick poses, then I'll go through this spiel real quick. Quick poses is basically like life drawing, except you don't have to leave your house, and that's 2020 friendly right there. So go to quickposes.com. I'm just a huge fan of the site. I have no relation to them at all, but you can go to time practice. You can, like I said, you can click on any one of these things, any specifically targeted subject matter. These options at the very least are nice. Gender, clothing, nude, partially nude, how long you want your intervals to be. So basically what that means is this site will provide you, from its archive of images, one random image based on the criteria that you set, right? Every In this case, 60 seconds. And then a new image will appear. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do shit. So I'll for example, hopefully we don't get some giant cock and balls in our face. Fingers crossed. Anyways, so let's hit start. There you go. And then you see at the bottom here, this bar will slowly fill for that duration of time that you predetermined. And then it will skip. This is a really bad. I would not study something that's flat black. That doesn't tell you anything. But if this is a character that you're trying to learn to draw, then by all means, that's probably useful. But there's a lot of just like masking of shape and form. Anyways, yeah, I'm just hitting skip. That's what I'm doing. And you can do that. I highly recommend this site for gesture drawing, especially for the new time practice. It's fantastic. We'll be doing this. You'll be seeing this site still. Yeah. Absolutely love that site. So check it out. And there's others. There's other sites. If you happen to see every photo that Quick Poses has archived, which is quite a few. I shouldn't say few, quite a lot. There's other websites out there that do the same thing and have a different source of images for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, 2020 friendly before it was cool. That's very true. That's a good point. Yeah, Quick Poses has always been introverted friendly. Friends of the introverts, right? Salad Data, how you doing? What's up, man? How are you? Anything else, that dude? And this goes to pretty much everybody. Any questions at all are always welcome, man. Whether it's about the shit that I'm procrastinating in front of you, or anything else, I'm here to help. Yeah, I know, right? Tier 3. Baseman he's a fucking pimp. Yeah. Cat food. That's so true. Absolutely, man. Fucking Luke and Leia. They're calling you Papa. That's what they're calling you, Baseman. No, it's absolutely appreciated. It's crazy. It's absolute craziness. Yeah, I've taken some hiatus over the last couple of years from streaming and art and life in general. I think all of us can understand. If you haven't gone through something like this is probably the year that you probably did, if you haven't before, experienced some form of depression or lack of motivation, or maybe you didn't. Maybe 2020 was like, I gotta kick myself in the ass to survive this year, so let's fucking go all out. If that's the personality that you have, that's fucking kudos to you, man. I wish I had even like an eighth of that attitude in my brain to tap into. But with that said, I'm here. You know, I think I came out of the tunnel, man. I came through the other side. I feel fucking great. I don't want to just sit here and tell every time I'm streaming how great I feel. Meanwhile, the rest of the world's fucking burning. You know what I mean? Kind of on a grander sense. Feel the room, Derek. You know what I mean? Anyways. So I want to erase some of this stuff. So what I did here with this multiply layer is I kind of just painted over everything, right? Actually, here, let's start over again. Let's do this one again. Control-Alt-Shift-Z. Right? Hold on. I think before I do this, I'm going to add another selective color layer. Flip that onto her. Let's try and remove some of this magenta. What the hell? What the hell? Get that back to 0. Maybe we can just do it like this. I think that feels a little better. So let's do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the mask here, the square immediately next to this weird half circle thingy. Technical terms, by the way. So I have that selected, and now what I want to do is I'm going to hit my eraser. That's how I do it. You can either hit your brush and then paint with white or black? One of them. One of the others. This is usually what I like to do. Fill it with white? No, fill it with black. And then paint in the area that I want. I guess in this case, we could go back to here. Get that selection. Hide it, Control H. Go back through with our brush. Get something that's a little bit more solid and opaque. And I'm basically erasing away the purple hue because of the mask that we have. And I can paint it back in by hitting X. Like that. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess I have that selection, right? So I'm not painting anywhere but there. So that's good. Alright, I think that works. Kind of knock that purple down a little bit. And again, we can always just lower the opacity if we want some of it to come seeping through. These are subtleties. These are super subtle. Alright, let's get back to that multiply layer. Let's see here. Let's Control D, deselect. Alright, and I can do the same thing for this, too, if I wanted to. Make another mask. Paint with black to get... So basically erasing what I just did with the multiply layer. And then if I hit X again... I'm using a brush tool. That's... I think you can do that with the eraser as well, if you hit X. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just as long as you're using white or black, or... I don't know, maybe I'm probably just doing a shit job at explaining this. So okay, yeah, there we go. And we can make that a little bit brighter later. Okay. What am I set to still? Okay, let's get on that layer. Add a little bit more value here. Still mainly using like larger to mid-sized brushes. Right? Haven't done really any zooming in and rendering in specific locations. Something like that, maybe for now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Getting there. Fuck, Baseman, that's probably one of the funniest things you fucking said, dude. Tier 3 cat food provider. Love it. Absolutely fucking love it. Trying to hold on to whatever motivation I still have. And that's it, man. It's fucking... It's water in our hands, dude. Sometimes it's just not there. And then other times we have to, like, synthesize it. Like, we have to bullshit our way until we have something done. And that's discipline, right? Relying on motivation is so hard. Discipline is a little bit better, but if you're not disciplining yourself to do it, right, then you're there's no point. That defeats the purpose of what discipline is, right? Does that make sense? And that's why I think creating that schedule weeks and months ahead is better. I find that that's where I stick with it longer if I pre-plan everything out, right? Like make a month for, okay, this month I'm going to be doing colors. Next month I'll do anatomy study. After that it'll be environments, or you can dissect it even more, have each week be something. Do it every 2 weeks. One of the exercises that we did over on here, let me see if it's on Behance, was this, I think Moose, I can't remember who suggested it, but you do 4 sketches, and this is about portraits, so the human face it can I guess it doesn't have to be about portraits, it can literally be about anything, and that's what we should try next. These coming streams, is having reference, doing a reference drawing, and then for the other 3, you basically take a theme and you spin it a little bit. What were they? Let me try and dig these up. So give me about like 3.5 hours and I'll find these. After I just stare at this monitor with my mouth open for a little bit. I can't seem to find any of the Behance stuff that I had. Oh boy. I don't know. Whatever. I'll show you guys at some other point. All my files seem to be fucked because of the move. That's the excuse I'll go with. Early in the COVID ages, I was back in early COVID ages, 100 years ago. I was very lucky and happy, but I think I jinxed myself. Why is that, Baseman? But I'm taking art seriously these past years. I've never forget the critiques you gave me a long time ago. Thanks for that. I mean, I do not deserve to be put on any type of pedestal or anything like that. When I observe other people's artwork and share my views, it's kind of like a take it or leave it. Like, I don't even know if what I'm saying is helpful, right? It's a very personal thing beyond a certain degree, right? Fundamentals of art kind of got to have that core foundation, but anything beyond that, it's what's the old saying? Like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so to each their own. But with that all said, I'm more than happy to look at, provide any type of feedback. If it helps, then fucking fantastic. What am I trying to say here? I don't know. It's the last couple years have taught me a lot about not trying to conform yourself to how the industry wants you to be like. I hope that makes sense. But to listen to what you actually fucking want to do, right? And as natural. How do I word this? I guess that's kind of it. It's just you gotta really listen to what you like and pursue that. And it's totally okay if after you pursue it, you're like, I fucking hate this shit. And then to kind of change directions. What do they say? They say it's their journey, right? And again, here's some more random regurgitated, same old shit that you've heard before. It's the fucking journey, it's not the destination. Even though the destination that I landed here in this dungeon, this dank-ass fucking dungeon, will allow me to focus. It'll allow me to focus on my craft and learning, right? Finally having a space that I feel comfortable in. That's not really related to what I was talking about, but I'm a very tangential person. So there's that tangent. I don't like being a tangential person. I wish I was more productive. I wish I was able to multitask, that's for sure. I used to be able to do it so well. What happened? Too many drugs, I guess. Too many drugs. Let me just say this. When I say drugs, I mean black tar, heroin, I mean special K. No, I mean weed. That's basically it. Yeah. And probably a lot of heavy drinking when I was in college. If you want a brain like this, that's what you gotta do. I don't recommend it. What am I talking about, guys? What am I fucking talking about? I think I might need to go get some more coffee. Let me see what you're saying, Salad. Life goals right now is just to draw every day, no matter what the time. And sometimes that's kind of what it comes down to, dude. Our lives are so chaotic and there's just so much shit pulling us in different directions that our spare time becomes about decompressing and maintaining certain levels of sanity. Sometimes drawing helps with that, right? Sketching, doing something that is not going to be posted anywhere. It's just fucking, you're doing it for yourself, you're exploring, right? Playing in a sandbox. And that can be very therapeutic and help us with the bullshit of life. But sometimes that's literally the last thing that we want to be doing, right? And it sucks. That sucks when it gets to that point. But I guess I can show you here that you get through it, because I have. And everybody knows if Derek can do it, it must be really easy to do. No, there's certain challenges, but and sometimes asking for help is something that's difficult to do, but there is a light at the end. Anyways, this isn't what you're here to talk about. At least that way I can get started on something, which is the hardest part. I agree. I completely agree. Like the most difficult thing to like starting a new workout regimen or a new diet plan is literally just fucking starting. You know, you bought the weights, you got everything you need. You know, you got the floor mats, but you still need to just show up, right? So that's the hardest part. But when you show up, man, fucking easy. You got it. Because you can at least half-ass it, right? You can... This isn't probably something that I should be preaching. Because you're there. You not being there is better... is not better than you being there and half-assing it, right? Because at least you did something. Half-assed. Probably a better way I could have worded that, but... Me talk no good. I think I will go get that coffee now, though. Imagine a different perspective of a reference and drawing it. That's a really good act. Yeah, that's kind of what we did. I really wish I better organized with those files. Earlier this year, I was like, COVID, can you suck my ass? It won't touch me, and I graduated. I was good 5 months later. I got really sick and lost my job, and now I'm struggling. Did you get COVID, dude? Fuck, man. Are you feeling better? Right? Hopefully you are. Anyways, I'm gonna go get a refill on my coffee. Hey, you know what, guys? You know what you can do? You can either get your ad blocks up and running, or I guess leave. It's probably not the best thing to say when you're about to run a 60-second ad break. 60-second ad break coming at you. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you're not seeing. It's running now. I'm going to get some coffee.
There's a gentle rain downtown, a shadow pooling underneath me as it follows on the ground. Kissed you when I saw you, stared deep into your eyes. I meant to say I love you, but instead I said goodbye. Shadows in the city. I'm a stranger to myself. On these streets, I'm someone else. Shadows in the city. Like a demon in the dark. Come to tear us apart.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Okay. How was the ads? Did you guys get any? I know that that's a new Twitch thing that streamers are being asked to do. I, however, don't like running ads unless I'm literally fucking grabbing something else. Doing something away, right? You got a CSGO gambling lotto commercial? Oh my god. I hope that's not true. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. What's that guy, T. Martin or something? I don't know. There's like... Oh, yikes. What a mess that was. Back when, like, that was the highlight of a year, or maybe not a year, at least a month. Maybe a week. That type of news. Actually, you know what? That happened while everything was going fucking nuts. So never mind. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. You did okay. They were about masks for America, which is nice. Are you serious? That's fucking awesome. Yeah, wear a mask. What the fuck? Man, thankfully, most people in the city that I live by, whenever I go into town, everyone's wearing a mask, especially indoors. But the people that don't, they get fucking destroyed by everybody. Glares at them. Everybody. It's like the most polite Canadian thing you could do while disapproving of something. It's like it's all you're seeing is just people's faces like this. Just like the heaviest of brows and just staring down these guys who aren't wearing masks. It was, yeah. While waiting in a line to buy something? Anyways. Whatever, man. Just don't ruin it for other people. Motherfuckers. Get over your fucking ego. It literally doesn't make any sense. Thrasher, gonna go skateboard. I'm assuming you live in a climate that doesn't have, I guess, snow yet. Fucking do some, land a heel flip for me. Thrasher, why don't you fucking do that? Can you do heel flips? Or you just cruise? Are you just cruising? Because nowadays, that's usually what skateboards are. They're just for cruising around, right? Like long boards. Some people even have like an electric scooter thingy. The wheels move. They're powered. That's it, Derek. We got there. That's fucking cool. Seeing people just cruising with like a little like wireless controller, just fucking. That looks awesome. That looks like a fucking. That looks like a fucking ton of fun. Heel flip is my best trick. That's my best trick. That's why I said it. Sorry for yelling. Heel flips came to me naturally. Noise manuals, regular manuals, yeah. I can't, my balance was always awful for those. I could probably hold up the board for about like 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. However, the highest I ollied I did 5 decks. You know how you can interlock the decks, the skateboards, stack them up and create like a wall? I had 5. Yeah, buddy. It was great. I don't know if my knees could handle that anymore. I would love to get out there, though. I don't think there's really any place to... Everything here has dirt roads, so I'd probably just snag a rock and fucking eat AstroTurf and have no teeth. Just like this whole... It'd just be gone, probably. Just have tubes. Sounds efficient, actually. I think I might go... I think I might go skateboarding. But that's the worst feeling, right? That's the worst sensation, is you're fucking cruising, you're on your board, everything looks great, looks like good, clean pavement, and then you just fucking snag a rock and you just go fucking flying, man. I hope that doesn't happen to you, Thrasher. It's like fucking, fuck you, Derek. It happens and you just go flying. When you're putting the band-aids on your elbows, think of me then. No, I hope that doesn't happen, of course. I hope you land all the heel flips you could ever dream of landing. What a nice guy. He said, have fun skateboarding and losing. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, it's a real thing that skateboarders have to consider. I'm always blown away when people just cruise and it's without a hitch. They're just fucking... I think it has something to do with longboards have bigger wheels so they can either knock away those rocks or just ride over them. I've never ridden a longboard before, so I don't know what it's like. I have no idea what it's like to use a longboard. Let's try overlay here real quick. Let's go ahead and just use some white. And let's get a soft round brush. I think we might use a little bit of yellow though. I think that might be a little bit too hot. Let's lower the saturation. And try that. Yeah, it's a little too hot. I think we might have to do... Let's try screen. Screen's weird. How would you describe how screen layer works? It's kind of the opposite of color dodge. Not really. That's probably the worst way to describe it. In order to make something brighter, you have to use a darker color. I find that kind of weird. See what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's not entirely true. Yeah, that's not it. So everything I just said is completely wrong. Which never happens. It's the first time in 2020 that I've been wrong, honestly. So. Contrast, yeah. Yeah, screen is good for... I don't know. Screen's good for... what do you call that? Atmospheric perspective. Is that what it is? Kind of, you can get like a nice smoky haze without muddying things up too much with the screen. Typically, I like to use screen for bouncing light from the blue sky. Typically. So you can go like this. So you grab a dark blue, which is weird. Again, I still don't understand it. And you see what I mean? See what it's doing? It's like as if... Well, it's kind of the effect I want down here, really. It kind of has that nice... I don't know. Bouncing light kind of vibe to it. Without making things too muddy. Maybe a little lighter. What the? What did I just do? How do I get rid of that? Okay, there we go. I've never accidentally hit any of these. What the fuck? Listen, I've been using Photoshop for quite a while, and I've never once clicked. I didn't even know any of these were clickable. It's almost too intimidating. I'm just gonna pretend I never did. It's too much. Photoshop's overwhelming to begin with. Let's calm down. All right. What did I want to do? I think that chapeau, that hat needs to be a little bit. What's going on? Wait. How do I get that? How do I get my regular? How do I? Wasn't this? Okay, was this always? Yeah, okay. Holy god damn. For some reason, I thought that this was supposed to be value range, like from black to white. No, okay. Pull myself back together here. I was in Vegas in a for some reason I thought that said E-woman. What's that? A woman. What's a woman? A woman wore a beaded mask. Unbelievable. A beaded mask. What's that? A beaded. So they had their mask like bejeweled or bedazzled. That sounds fucking nice. Chutched. Hello, sir. What do you want to learn from this study? Whatever you want me to learn. What do you think? I think you need some green in the dark areas. Chud, I'm gonna let you know. That's not the best attitude to have when coming into any stream. Telling them what to do. However, I'm open-minded. And I will definitely take that into consideration. But meeting somebody, you kind of do it the same way as if we're in person. You go, hey, do you mind if I give you some suggestions and feedback? And if they say yes, that's when you do it, right? Appreciate that. Thank you so much. It was just made of beads. Oh, so it didn't actually have a mask. It just was holes with beads. Was this the look that you gave them? Like, I hope so. I'm all about that nowadays. I'm all about facial expressions without words and staring them down, like this, like that with the There's that meme with Trump and yeah. Let me narrow it down to just one meme here with Trump. Very easy to do. There's not that many. But the Australian interview that he had with the reporter, the Australian reporter, he had. It just, his expression was everybody's expression. Was it like something like that? It was like, and he was holding like a paper. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, very dance gaming. Yeah. Church says I never said you have to do it, but it was only my opinion. No, I mean, and like to get defensive is silly. Don't get defensive because you came in here. Ask, like, you're like, hey man, here's some green. You need some green. I don't, like, I see the chat right here. It says right here, you know, like I think you need more green in the dark areas. Like, to me that's fine, but make sure that you're polite about it, right? Make sure you're asking, because there's a lot of people out there who don't want any feedback until they ask for it, right? It's just considerate, kind of like wearing a mask. You don't do it for yourself, you do it for others. So make sure we ask if people want their work criticized or if they want any help or suggestions. It's not a time to be defensive. It's a time to be polite and considerate. There we go. That's what I'll say. And I'll repeat that. I'll repeat that every time that happens. Because it's called being considerate. And nobody likes... no one likes that art snob that comes in and goes, actually, your perspective is off, and you should really redraw the entire thing. And you know what? Here, just send it to me. I'll finish it for you. Like, no one wants that person nearby. Nobody's asking for that, right? Not saying that that's you, Church. I'm just saying in general. That's the experience that people do not want to have when they're trying to work. And I hope you're having a good day, Church. And I'm probably not saying your name correctly either. So I apologize for that as well. I'm probably not saying anybody's name here correctly either. Hey, Derek, need some green? I'm already covered on that salad, if you know what I'm saying. I'm good. Let me just say that Canada is awesome. Sorry the rest of the world. Okay. All right. Now that I've established dominance on a global front, let's keep painting. All right. Yeah, I like what we did here. So let's erase some of this so we can keep progression going here. Yeah, just get rid of a little bit of that. Probably this here as well. You know, slowly but surely, I think things will fit into place, and then all we'll really need to do is some minor rendering in places. Seen shit like that too. Wall masks that are ineffective on purpose just to make a statement. I don't understand. It's not a statement to be making. It's not. When it comes down to the health and well-being of other people, you're a complete fucking moron if you're not wearing a mask. That's it. But my freedom! Your freedom's not going anywhere, so. Child. You fucking child. But I want my freedom my way! Eat! Eat it! My freedom my way! Eat! Fucking toddler's having a temper tantrum. Sorry to any responsible toddlers out there watching. Which there's some toddlers. My girlfriend's sister's daughter is probably smarter than a lot of the politicians in the Trump administration. It's just like she has more care and compassion than any of those fucking monsters. Anyways, politics. Dude, is that fucking what's his face? Lemmy, yes. Lemmy is. Feathers are heavier than steel's. What is it? Steel's heavier than feathers? Is that what he says? 1,000 tons of feathers versus 1,000 tons of steel, which is heavier. I don't think it's steel though, right? What's that bit? Need some salad. I'm sure you need more green. It's up on you to use, and how I actually happy when someone says perspective is wrong, so I can learn more and find the mistakes. Whatever. I mean, like church. It's fine. I don't understand when people become defensive for unsolicited advice. I don't understand. Whatever, you know. So we'll just move on with our lives. You know, I love getting advice. I love getting feedback when it's asked for. That's the difference, right? You know, there's consent, and then there's no consent. There's consent, yes please. There's no consent, no thank you. Just wanted to remind you how that worked. Seems like you're having a hard time with it. Steel, yeah, of steel. Heavier than feathers. Okay, alright, so let's go. Yes, we want the head here. I think we'll get that blue, right? Let's get that blue. We'll stay on this screen layer. Do something like that. And then maybe we'll lighten this up underneath a little bit more. Let's try, no. Did we already try color dodge here? I think we tried overlay and it just made things a little bit too hot and burnt looking. Kind of like that. So maybe we'll lower our opacity of our brush a little bit. See what I mean? It's kind of what I want, but it's also definitely not what I want. 100%. I think we're just gonna have to go in there with some paint. Okay. Yeah, I have a box of disposable masks. I have a couple of reusable ones. It's literally the easiest thing to fucking manage. Put a couple in your car or in your backpack or briefcase or whatever the fuck you have, and restock when you need more, right? That's kind of it. And yeah, it like when you're exercising and moving around a lot, it can fog up your glasses and stuff like that, but you're not killing anybody. Or at least not deliberately. Which is way better than actually deliberately killing somebody. Don't do that. You know, if you're somebody who's able to put on a mask, you should know by now that killing people is not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Garrick, you're speaking with too much rational thought. That's we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that here, man. This is the internet. Who do you think we are? Normal? You think we're normal people here? Maybe. Maybe, you know, as normal as I am, I guess. Which is not how it's not the first word that I'd use to describe myself, but there we are. Okay, I don't want to get into rendering just yet. That's where I have the most fun. I really like pushing form with value. It's something that I absolutely it's like a Zen thing. It helps me turn off my brain and calm down. I don't know. I find that in this phase, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be holding my breath a lot more and kind of being tense for some reason. I think it's just to compensate with my tremor that I have. I tense up and I'll squeeze my stylus, maybe a little bit too much. But when it comes to rendering, it's not nearly as I don't know why. It's just more comfortable. It's something I actually enjoy doing. I think it stems from a bad habit when I first started digital painting, is that I would just over render everything, not really know what the fuck I was doing underneath of the rendering, but I would render the living shit out of most of the paintings that I did. I think it stems from that bad habit. We won't add that textile design yet. How's the music volume, by the way, guys? Compared to my voice, is that good? I think we're doing all right. I would like to at some point get a better monitoring system so I can hear what you guys are hearing a little bit more accurately. I think I can probably do that with some digital hardware, right? I don't know. Yeah, I'm already. Yeah, don't get into that rendering just yet. I mean, to each their own, right? How I work, you know, compared to somebody else, we're all unique snowflakes, right? So maybe you like to render from the get-go. I think all that really matters is the result, right? How do you get to your results? Do they work? then fuck yeah, man. And that's probably something that goes against a lot of, maybe more so old school instructors, art teachers, is you have to do it my way or the fucking highway, right? Which is not true at all. Not true at all. Alright. Opacity back up here. Okay. Keep plucking along on this. A lot of the values, all of the colors that I'm using right now, I'm trying to sample from other areas. So there's a little bit of uniformity on color choices. Because typically when you're painting traditionally, you're not mixing brand new colors unless it's at the beginning of a new painting day. You have your palette, and that's kind of it, right? You set up your colors, your color palette of choice, and that's what you're rocking with. So it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's not similar to it, but since I don't really do any traditional painting at all. Why is that? You really should, though. You should always be doing traditional. You're absolutely, and I mean, I would love to. I would absolutely love to be doing. I think I said this yesterday. It's just too fucking expensive and messy to justify, you know? I think down the road, it's something I would like to get back into, especially like oils. Would be a lot of fun. But it's not anything I'm too keen on doing just right now. Not that there's anything against traditional. In fact, I think I said this yesterday. How I like to paint is traditionally, but using digital paint, right? Okay, let me make a soft light layer and add some flesh tone to her face. Let's try that and just see what we can get. A little bit brighter. A little bit brighter. Now let's hit Control U and see if we can do a little bit more. I think that might be a starting point. Still, yeah, okay. What if we duplicate that again? And erase here. Let's try that. Okay, now, yeah, I think we should probably stick with the face for a bit. Make a new layer. Yeah, let's do that.
I fell in love with the feeling, didn't fall in love with you. It was a song I was singing.
I still wish I could find a plugin, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys know. Is there a plugin for Photoshop that uses the Twitch API so I can put the chat in Photoshop? That'd be fucking awesome. If I could do that, is that, do you know if that's a thing? Who do I talk to get this app made? Because I want it. Following's perfect. Okay, awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, hun. Yeah, I'm aware that Twitch is cracking down on music. I'm aware of that. This is the midnight. I know that they've said on their Twitch they won't DMC anybody. At this point, it's kind of in the hands of Twitch. Twitch is providing, almost deliberately, a platform that doesn't do anything about it. Doesn't provide their streamers and their broadcasters with any tools to help with preventing DMCA. They do have some in the works, but it's not... I don't know, man. I really wish that a giant billion-dollar company would be able to find assets that help its mutuals with their job, right? With their stream. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Is that too much to ask for, to have, like with Facebook? I think Facebook basically made a deal with all distributors, all music distributors and publishers. It paid them a bunch of money. There, you can stream whatever song you want, and you won't get DMCA'd. Twitch and Amazon doing a whole lot of nothing. Doing a whole lot of shit. So basically, if you guys are making music and it's fucking awesome to chill out to, and it doesn't have too much tempo, anything that's like, that I fucking love heavier shit, but not when I'm working. Depends. It depends on the subject matter, right? If I'm painting like a hellscape, then yeah, I'll probably want to have some demons screaming in my ear. You know what I mean? Yeah, record companies are ass, especially since they're definitely not doing it for the artists. They're definitely not doing it for the fucking artists, man. Yeah, man, what a year to be extremely disappointed in your race. Our human race is just fucking greedy, inconsiderate, racist fuckwits, man. And it's usually, sadly, it's the older generation that's like that, right? Not all of our elders are complete fucking dunces with their head in the sand, trying to relive their glory days back in the fucking 18th century. However hard that they try and fucking pull at that drawstring to come back, it's just not gonna fucking work. Because eventually they're gonna die. Is that mean? Was that mean? Sorry, we're all going to die. There, let me just say that, but them first, for sure, absolutely. There, I think that's a little bit more PC. Well, he did say we're all just mortal. By the way, I have nothing against old people. People older than me. It's really not personal. It's very... I don't know, man. Drop it, Derek. This streamer used to be an art stream. Now he talks about old people and how much he hates them. Yeah, I'm popping off a bit, and I will. I'm gonna pop off. That's what's happening. The old friendly Derek you guys once knew. He's still here. Just, he's a little bit more calloused, right? I think we all are. And I think that's for the best, right? I think it's safe to say there's probably a few of us in here who are used to being pushed around. And you kind of just tolerate it and you're like, okay, all right, whatever. And usually it's because confrontation sucks, right? It makes you feel awkward. I get sweaty and clammy, and my tremor acts up too. I stutter. But I think just like anything else, the more practice, the easier it gets to shut people down. Like having to do it in like a PetSmart or a Costco to a Karen, and a reminder that you're an adult surrounded by other adults. Act like one. Oh, it just feels so good to deliver that to someone who's like an idiot. Oh man. By the way, that happened in a PetSmart. Anyways, what was it going? I don't know. That's you guys can clearly tell that I have some things that I want to get off my chest, but I don't think this is really the right platform to do it. Oh man. Hopefully you guys are just here to, you know, pass the time, and hopefully this is somewhat entertaining. That's really all I can ask for from all of this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself. I am. I fucking love this. This is a blast. I gotta tell you, it's so nice to be doing this again. Behance was fun. Don't get me wrong. Like back in we got to stream for a good while over at Behance, and that was a fucking blast. Streaming in general is just a ton of fun. But now that I can actually be myself, and not have that PG-13 filter, which is fine. I know from time to time I'll probably have to equip that, and that's totally okay. But my preference, of course, is to not have any filters, to be able to do and say what I want when I want, right? So I'm just happy about that. Immortality is more PC. Yeah. Dying is so 2001. That's probably the worst year to reference here, by the way. Oh, fuck! No one look into that more than they need to, by the way. It's just verbal nonsense. That's when 9/11 happened. Just, okay, alright, stop. Let's stop. I watched a documentary on Netflix about, I think it was just one episode that was about, it was like Unsolved Mysteries. It was about one of the falling man, I think, trying to identify a certain person, and it wasn't him, and it's just really impossible to identify people at such a distance. Okay, Baseman, I'm glad I at least got a chuckle out of somebody. Oh man. By the way, that's not the type of sense of humor that I enjoy. It's really not. As I laugh. Oh god, I'm a hypocrite. Alright. Okay, so the face. Yeah, we wanted that fixed. I think lighten up some of this hair. I kind of don't want to be doing this with a round brush. So let's go back to... You know what would be way better than this? Rather than it showing the last size that you use, because who cares? Like, I don't know if that's ever been a concern of mine, to remember what size. I wish it had of what brushes you've been using, regardless of the size. Just have these are the quick hotkeys of the brushes that you've been using. I guess I should shut up and just organize my brushes, right? No! We complain until we get what we want! Sorry about that. Gotta calm down a little bit over here. Did you guys hear that? I hit my tooth. You're here to listen to rants? Then you're in the right spot. We got a whole lot of heavy opinionated bullshit coming out of this mouth. So, yeah. Single-handedly changing the world by my complaining. Right? That's how complaining works. If you just need to complain, and then somebody else will do the work for you. Really? That's it? Why didn't anybody tell me? Okay, I don't know if I like what I just did here. Let's just move that and we'll come back to it when we're rendering. Here, focus on the face, please. Let's merge this together. Put this in a group, turn it off. Save. I haven't saved all stream, by the way. Not a good idea. Turn it. I don't. Is that? I don't. It sounds loud to me. Oh, stretch. Oh, praise the sun that I'll never see. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, you know what I mean? Fuck, that's just good. Where am I? I'm just glad to be able to paint while watching a stream again. Salad, fuck man, that makes me so happy to hear. I'm never leaving. As far as I know, I don't plan on stopping streaming. This is my gig. This is the gig that I couldn't ask a better gig to do. So here I am. Here I am. Base man, you guys are fucking best, man. Are we 3 people with same color? What? I missed something. Sorry, Rick. I'm really awful at keeping on top of chat, so forgive me for coming back to what you're saying and being completely confused. That's me. That's on my end. Did you know he fell slower than the towers? Did he? Are we talking about the same falling man? If that's the case, then maybe feathers is lighter than steel. Anyways, I'm joking about the fuck, you got me. Well, you can make an action for this brush part. I know, like, there's definitely a lot of like things that Photoshop provides, right? Photoshop provides lots of shit that could streamline a lot of what I'm doing, but I'm a moron, and that's my sentence. That's it. That's the reason why I prefer to do things, probably to a lot of people, the harder way. You know, but that if they're happy with it, then, you know, what's the fix? If it's working for them, what's the fix? But they could be doing it better and faster. Sometimes it's not about that, you know? Sometimes it's not about doing something more efficiently. Especially when it comes to drawing and painting. You know, if our brains aren't up to a certain level of understanding, and then someone tells us, hey, you should be here understanding what I'm saying at this level, it's just going to go in one ear and out the other, right? There's so much to take in, and I'm not talking about the action thing. I'm talking about just learning in general. You know, we all have our different speeds of learning, and what we're ready for, and what we're not ready for, and what we think we're ready for, but we're really not, and it's just gonna be a waste of time, but we really don't know, so we do it anyways, right? That's what life is. It's just stumbling over ourselves until we're content somehow in our learning, in our teachings, right? And then we forget, and then we forget about what we learned, and that's okay too, because at least we have, you know what? I'm just gonna stop right there. What's up, moron? What's up, Mofu? How you doing, man? Holy shit. How you doing, man? OG as fuck. Good to be here again. Me too. Absolutely. It's crazy. Tell this to a client, and that's it. If a client wants something a particular way, and they're telling you that's it, then, I mean, it's good to know for later if you do ever get any work from them again that they're very specific. But to me, that's different. That's completely different. That's, you know, if a client wants something a certain way, I'll abide by their wishes. You know what I mean? However, if the end result is the same, and I do it my way, it really shouldn't matter. And if they're a stickler to that shit, then usually I just put them on my blacklist, and I'm not fucking working for them again. You know what I mean? I can find other work. Well, that's really selfish and entitled of you, Jarrett. I mean, like, it's how I pay. Like, how somebody works shouldn't matter. It's the results. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That just makes the most sense in the world to me. No, but it's about bending over for somebody else, Jarrett. You gotta bend over and take it. Sometimes you do. Absolutely gotta bend over and take it. Oh yeah, buddy. But that's a gig. Sometimes you just have to, you know, if it's worth the gig, if it's worth the exposure bucks, if it's worth the friendship points, if it's worth the actual dollars, that's up to the artist to decide. What is he talking about? I don't know. We said I was going to paint the face 4 hours ago. Still not painting the face. I'm still literally not painting the face. Still not painting the face. Doing great. It's good to hear, man. Fucking good to hear. Touch your toes, guy. Yeah, and when you submit this painting, you gotta touch your toes. We want you to be at least this much flexible. Literally. Yeah. Hey, Obi, stop! My dog's complaining. That's what that means when I yell like that. He's still adjusting to the new house. So this is our second week here. And it takes a little bit more time for some animals to adjust to the new many changes. But I'm pretty sure Obi will get the hang of it here sooner than later. Still not painting the face, by the way. Just paint the face! You paint the face! Sorry. Okay. Yeah, if you want to screen cap this, paint the face! I'll copy paste it back in and we'll be done. That easy. Obi! Stop! No one cares. Right, guys? Right? You're supposed to say yes, Derek. No one cares about your dog crying. He's in a kennel. He's just complaining. That's all he's doing. Yeah, but PETA, though. What about PETA? True. Actually, what time is it? Oh, you know what? It's because it's close to his lunch time. That's what he's doing. Feeling a little bit reckless. Okay, I swear to God, here's the face. Let's go. Let's do it. We're duplicating so that we have a save state. That's a term from video games. Get on my level. Actually, it's a term from emulators, right? Is that like an emulator term, or is that just computer termed? A computer term that that emulators use. I'll let you guys think that one over. Okay, we need that like a desaturated kind of blonde. Here. Let's get some more of this. Say Kappa right now. Oh, Mofu? Yeah. Give him a little kick to the ribs. Holy shit, yeah. He's a greyhound too, so he's all ribs. He's just bones. He's just bones, so I'd be, yeah, it's definitely not a good thing to do to a greyhound. You just fall apart. Just turn to dust. Just blow away. They're durable, but they're not that durable. Greyhounds. Okay. It's gonna happen eventually, guys, I swear. No, I want to do... I don't want to add in that just yet. I think that the eyelashes should be one of the last things that I add here. With a nice clean brush. So that's the darker values around. It's a little bit more saturated. Try something like there. A lot of this is just going to be way off anyways. That's alright. These bones come out just a little bit. Gonna look a little bit fucked for a bit. I think. Most likely. The shape of her head is off as well. So let's try and get some of that. I want to get away from just rendering and painting with the round brush. I think having a little bit more texture is just more interesting, right? Let's just do that. Do you guys find your face and your head in your like contorting like you're possessed by some fucking art demon? Sorry, that was fun. I'm always like just having conniptions and just moving my head around. I don't know. I think it's literally just to try and mix up my vantage point. I remember doing that since day one. Always weaving my head in and out. Let's get some of this pink from the shoulder. Maybe a little bit more saturated. A little bit much. I think we need to lighten that a lot. Bit by bit, closer and closer. Something that kind of resembles the reference. Where's that tone? Let's go ahead and grab, do something like that. right. So, even though I can see like the eyelashes, underneath there is like a bit of like a darker shadow. And I think when I go back over this with a kind of, I guess, just like a nice clean kind of like hairbrush, I guess we can kind of do something like that over top of it, and it'll hopefully be a little bit more believable than just doing that right now, right? That makes sense. And see how it's doing it sometimes? Like, this is great. I just wish that it would always show all your brushes that you've used, and not show the sizes, because I don't really care. It doesn't really. The size of brush is just I have the stylus touch thing on the strip, right? And some people even just use the buttons on. Oh, why am I even showing this? You guys, there's like literally nothing here that's lit. The buttons on the stylus. Some people use that, and some people just, I don't know, whatever other buttons that they have to use for their own convenience. But that's why I don't ever really worry about the size of my brush, because I'm constantly adjusting it anyways. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I think there's something that I want to do. Control Alt Shift E. I'll show you. I'm going to just merge everything together. I'm just gonna grab her head. That way I don't have to move my eyes as much. We can delete that. And we can shift this reference over a little bit more. But that's cheating! It's probably not. It's probably not. But if you're right, I'm telling our police. Using reference that close is illegal. All right. Yeah, this is definitely way better. That's illegal. I think that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to be able to just paint without reference, right? You know, but I think the that endeavor, that life quest, when you sign up for that one's like that's your campaign quest. Like that's not a side quest that you can just do, right? You have to. That's a consistent, ongoing. I want to say adventure, but it's more of a nightmare because there's just so much to take in and so little time, and we're all very lazy. Unless you're what's his face? Can't remember his name. Kim Jong-gi? Is that what it is? Kim Gi? I can't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about? He just like he's a human printer, and he makes amazing and he paints. Usually he draws with like ink and just uses. Oh, it's so fucking crazy. Warped fish islands, drawings. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Again, I'm just really bad with names. Ada Liazi? Am I saying that correctly? Welcome. Hi. Everyone knows a Muay Thai knee to the face is the way to go. You have to get like it depends on your height, of course, right? And the height of the target. I guess if you clench and then you and yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Muay Thai would be something I would love to just matrix into my head without having to do it. You know what I mean? I just wish I could upload that shit and like Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. I think those would be the two martial arts that I would love to just upload into the back of my... I don't have one. I don't have a USB port here yet. I guess we just need to wait until Elon Musk releases Humans 2.0 or something. I don't know. Yes, Kim Jong-gi. Yeah, he's just a goddamn... He's literally the best artist in the entire world. We should all fuck off. That's basically what we should do. Speaking of Elon Musk, we should just fucking go to Mars and try and be the best artist over there. A Martian artist. That's gonna happen. I wonder if that happens within our lifetime, guys. That's crazy. The first Martian artist. Wow. Done with painting for the day? It might seem like I am, but that's just how much I procrastinate, I guess. But that's a good feeling. Hilarious. Neuralink. Did you see the update with the pigs? I did. What a world we're living in, eh? I'm in super focus mode at 2 a.m. right now, and I love it. I think that's, like, I find myself the most productive in the morning, but there's a very unique, I think it's just because everyone's asleep, right? Like that sense that you can actually do your shit without any sort of distraction. Or at least the state of mind that you're in is that you think that you're not going to be distracted. You know, who knows what the fuck happens at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. What is that, like the witching hour? That's like the craziest shit in the world happens during that time. But we're able to work. We're able to kind of focus on the shit, right? Get some stuff done. Call me stupid, but Craig Mullins is still #1. He is amazing, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like anytime that there's a new Craig Mullins dump of artwork, yeah, I think the entire industry, all of our industries, like whether it's tabletop industry, video game industry, movie and television, and film entertainment, we all stop and look at Craig Mullins and swear underneath our breath, how amazing he is. Goddamn, Craig Mullins, he's the best. Why did my voice change? I don't know. Each titty has a different personality. That's why. It's Breast Compassion Day. It's breast Character Compassion Day. By the way. No, you're totally. I mean, it's a very good #1 artist to have as your #1 slot for sure. Appreciate that, Hilarious. We are. I don't know. For this is just. I'm just having fun and I'm just painting what I'm seeing. I'll finish this by the end of the week, and then next week we'll get into something probably a little bit more along the lines of fundamentals. I have this book right here that I left out, not for my mic to stand on, but that's what it's doing right now. I got this book out because this is one that I want to have out more often. What did I just do to my camera? Can you guys see this? Can you see this? Can you see this? Force. Do you guys have this book? If you're an animator or if you've gone to any animation schools, most likely you've seen this one or something similar to it by Matesi. He's got the whole rhythm of the night, rhythm of the dance, rhythm of gestures is what I'm trying to say. What is this page? Is that literally how to draw boobs? No, that's just the forceful shapes. Right? What? Like, can you guys see that? See that spine going right down to the ass crack? Like that's the good shit. This might be too risque for Twitch. I'm literally falling apart because that's how disappointed I am with, I can't show you this page. Can't show you that page. Anyway, so this fucking book is fantastic. Amazon has it. What is it? It's like maybe 20 bucks. I don't know, but a really good one to have. I want this one out in front of me more this year than I have ever, because I don't draw loose enough. I'm very rigid with how I'm drawing. Where did I throw this? Yeah, so that's going to be one that I want to focus on. Gestures, always trying to get a little bit looser. Incorporating that feeling into final painting is a really difficult thing as well. That's something to work on. Definitely. Craig Mullins is a beast. I got that piece with the raging ocean in mind. Yeah. And that was like a hot topic for a lot of people. That specific, sorry, I'm messing with my stuff. My audio's all messed up. It's the audio jack of this Blue Yeti. It's completely fucked. There it goes. Sorry if that made all kinds of clicking and clacking in your ears. Yeah, got caught. He used, I think, just a direct photo of another painting inside of his painting. Now, I think I remember reading that he said something along the lines of the art directors wanted that specific painting in the concept art. I don't know whose finger pointed where to blame, but you know, when you see artists, especially well-known ones, taking other artwork and not crediting it to other artists, it's kind of a, oh man, that's a big yikes kind of feel. But at the end of the day, his artwork is still fucking fantastic, and yeah. I think that's probably where we're gonna call it here today, guys. Tomorrow is a holiday here in Canada. It's Remembrance Day. So every November 11th, I got my poppy out on my coat. We it's a holiday to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice. What's up, Paul? How you doing, man? And so it's a holiday, midweek, Wednesday. But I think I'm going to stream over on Picarto. I really want to get mainly another test stream, try and get the buffering figured out. So that we have a place, so that we have another platform that allows for nipples. Imagine allowing nipples in 2020 on Twitch. No, I never want to see a nipple on Twitch ever. That's what Mr. Twitch says. Hank Twitch. Same dinner not gonna make itself. It's saying I'm connecting to the chat. Is Twitch doing something? You know what? Doesn't matter, because we're gonna end the stream here. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow on Picarto for a little bit to try things out, see if we can get the streams. You're not missing anything over there, by the way. We're gonna just pop in, see if it's running for about an hour, and then that'll probably be it. Other than that, Monday through Friday, you'll see me here at 9 a.m. Eastern, and we'll stream for a handful of hours. And that's it. And then we're streaming again. You know what I mean? So thanks so much for watching. Let me put this up here. Not 10 a.m. Eastern, but this is not letting me change it. There we go. Let's go with 9. There we go. Man. Oh, wow. Oh, there we go. Okay. It changed? There we go. We got it. Dinner's not gonna make itself. It's true. I gotta get some lunch in me. Again, I gotta go and get some parcels. I gotta get some dog food for this whiny dog. Anyways, guys, follow me on Twitter. Follow the channel, or don't. Whatever you want to do. Loves and hugs, guys. I'm out. Peace.